It's just probably something you should know about me if you want to date me. I do love reality TV. If you date me, I won't force you to watch it, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds. I am Katie Mack, the host and creator of this podcast, and I'm sure you are just as sick of dating apps as the rest of us. So welcome back to the very first dating podcast. I am very happy you are here. This week's character wants someone who can step out of their comfort zone and be a yes person. She has very unique interests, ranging from pet snails to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Her love language is food, and she even has her own creations such as the waffle berry pie. She also loves a boogie and just wants to find a man with a bit of rhythm.
Okay, hi, welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Welcome. Nice to have you here. So let me know, who are you sexually attracted to?
Men.
Good.
Please.
Please, men.
It's just a man.
That's all I ask.
Yeah, just one.
And how about, what are you looking for?
So I want someone who's gonna want to do fun things on the weekend or on the weekday. Just someone who's adventurous, someone who wants to like plan fun dates, be a bit spontaneous. And then, so I live in East London, so preferably somewhere around there or north, but anywhere in London, I will travel for love.
That's good. Nice and succinct, I like it.
Age-wise, so I'm 27, so maybe I'd go 26 to 30.
Okay, yeah.
Ish.
What are your two truths and a lie?
Okay, so first one, I was in a Sainsbury's Christmas advert, 2012.
Amazing.
Second one, I was driving in Saudi Arabia where women aren't allowed to drive and nearly crashed into a camel. Third one is, when I was younger, I had a giant African land snail as a pet called Fudge.
Wow. Oh, these are hard. You gave like detail for all of them.
Yeah, no, that's, yeah, I could, yeah. I stole one of them from someone else.
Ah,
so that's like, it makes it kind of true.
Yeah.
In a way.
Like,
someone
it's a
did
good
it.
Story. I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. I can't even like analyze them because I was really on board with all of them.
I sold it to you.
Yeah. I think the one I'm gonna go for is the camel, just because you laughed.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
No, the lie is the Sainsbury's Christmas advert.
Oh, okay.
That was someone else at work. When I was like, I need to do two truths and a lie, I can't think of a lie. She did that. I didn't.
Oh, fair enough. I even did quick maths. I was like, 10 years ago. Oh,
yeah.
Must have been 17. I was like, ready.
Is that believable? Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, still at school, yeah.
Yeah, I thought like maybe they needed like kids. Honestly, I was like really
extra.
going down that line.
Yeah, it's believable.
See, but you did nearly crash into a camel.
Yeah, so my parents lived in Saudi Arabia for a bit when I was a little bit younger. And I mean, obviously when you're in the desert, it doesn't really matter if a woman's driving, I guess. I don't think it's illegal anymore, but it was when I did it, which is quite bad.
I didn't even know it was illegal. That's mad.
I think the laws changed recently.
I'm glad.
But yeah, I know, crazy. But yeah, at the time, women were not allowed to drive. And it wasn't that long ago, to be fair. It was like maximum 8 years ago, maybe. So.
Well, yeah. And you did have Fudge, the pet.
Oh, yeah, Fudge. I loved snails when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I collected them. And he was quite big. He was like the size of my fist.
Wow. Yeah, I was going to say they're huge.
Yeah, they can apparently they can grow up to like 30 centimetres, so like a ruler.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Didn't happen.
Reference, ruler. The big school ruler.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Wait, when you say you collect the snails, so I've never heard of this. Do you?
Yeah, I had a little box.
Right.
And just, went foraging as you do as a kid. And yeah, just collected them. And then I was like, I need to upgrade. I need to get like a big one.
A proper snail.
Yes, my mum took me to the garden centre. And I got Fudge for £2.
That's a bargain.
I know.
Cheap pet.
I know, poor guy. And then eventually I had to get rid of him because my grandma emailed my mum saying that like you can get meningitis from snails, even in like the ones bred in captivity. So my mum had to send him back to the garden centre.
That's really sad.
Yeah, it was really sad. I came home one day and like Fudge just wasn't in his box.
Oh. How long do they live?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. Probably my mum was probably like, this is going to live a lifetime. I need to get rid of it now.
Yeah. I thought they might be quite long.
Yeah.
Because even the garden snails, probably years.
Yeah. I'm going to Google that.
Yeah.
What is the lifetime of
the
average snail? I would love to know.
Yeah, I thought you would though.
Yeah,
No.
I'll research that.
Okay, back to dating. So let me
Yes.
know your best dating story.
Okay, so this one, it was a while ago. I was living at home at the time, and my parents don't live in London, they live in Kent. And the guy I was dating, who ended up being my boyfriend, his parents also lived in Essex. So we went on like a night out in London, or like an after work drinks thing,
Okay.
and got a bit late, and we like both missed our last trains, couldn't get home. So we're like, okay, right, fuck it, we'll get a hotel. So we got a hotel like in the middle of the city, like right by Bank Station. And yeah, it was like fun. And then in the morning I came home and I forgot that I have my parents on Find Friends, because they like started following me because I was doing like a run one time, and they wanted to see like where I was so they could wave at me.
That's
and
cute.
and my parents weren't there when I got home, but they FaceTimed me, and my dad was like, just wanted to check if everything's okay. Like I saw that like you didn't come home last night, and like you stayed in the city, and it's not very residential around there. Like, are you fine? And I was like, I did not help myself in the moment. I was like, oh, it was a bit of a wild night. I don't really know what happened.
Oh, no.
And then I heard my mum in the background being like, did she say where she was last night? And I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. They probably think I went home with like some like 40-year-old banker or something. Little did they know it was like very innocent. But that's my wildest dating story. It's actually not that wild.
No, it's pretty. I mean, I've never actually stayed in a hotel with a day, which is maybe quite unusual.
It was hazy. Don't really remember much of it.
Yeah.
And expensive. That's all I remember. I remember it being waking up in the morning, being like, "Oh God, what have we done?"
No, a few of my friends have done it too. That have like lived at home.
Yeah,
while they've worked in London.
Yeah, it makes sense, because I remember like when I was living at home and working in London. Sometimes I'd get Ubers home and they'd be like 120 quid or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying rent, it's fine if I do this once in a while. So I justified it. There's always a way to justify
it. No, I literally remember one of my friends used to say like, oh, this Travelodge in like Covent Garden, you can get it for like 40 quid. And I was like, amazing. So like if the date went well, they'd just like split the cost of the room.
Yeah.
So
I love
funny.
that.
Yeah,
that's really clever. Premier Inn breakfast is phenomenal. The fry up. I rate it.
I think it's a nice idea. Especially, I guess did you know that this was going to go well? So you were quite confident that
that's the thing.
It wasn't going to be really awkward.
I mean, I knew him well, so I knew he wasn't like a serial killer or anything. But like we were just dating at the time, so I mean, if he'd been my boyfriend, I would have said to my parents, like,
we just stayed in a hotel.
Yeah, but I didn't want to kind of say anything too soon.
Yeah.
I should have just told them the truth, but...
No, I've had this before where someone said it's difficult to tell parents because they don't understand now in this
like
new
casual
age
dating
of like not exclusive or like is
so
exclusive,
true.
Not official,
yeah,
and they just get confused.
Yeah,
and then they get disappointed or like more disappointed than you would, and it's just a whole
you don't want to have to explain. Otherwise, I'll ask loads of questions. Yeah, my mum just loves asking questions, so I feel like just keep it like as little detail as possible until you know that it's like something serious.
Or you don't, if they're not like texting you back, you don't want them constantly being like, oh, how's so and so?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
How's that
don't
going?
rub it in.
Yeah.
They're not texting me, okay?
I've been ghosted, okay?
Yeah, they don't get it.
Yeah, and then you have to lie anyway, because then you're never going to explain to them the ghosting saga.
Yeah.
So you're probably just going to be like, oh, we just wanted different things.
To be fair, there was ghosting back in the day. Like, I remember my mum saying that when my parents went on their first date, my dad was like, I'll take you to a Bruce Springsteen concert. I'll call you. And then apparently he never called. So that's like tragic. That's tragic ghosting when you're waiting inside and not going out because you're waiting on the phone.
And it'll be like the home phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So you'd be constantly paranoid that like someone was on the phone and they'd rung at that time. And,
or like you have to go to like the downstairs loo to like with the cord and everything. That's what my mum said she used to do. Because she didn't want her parents to like hear her chatting to some boy.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, what a time.
Yeah, it's easier to conceal now.
So what would your TED Talk topic be?
It's just probably something you should know about me if you want to date me. I do love reality TV.
Oh, good.
It's a little bit of a guilty pleasure. If you date me, I won't force you to watch it, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is like my favourite thing. Yeah, it's been on for like 10 plus years now.
Old.
And there are like 12 seasons, 22 episodes per season. So there's just like a lot to get through. And
a lot of content.
juicy. Yeah, and it's like 10 years worth of kind of built up drama. So like it just gets more and more dramatic, and it's amazing.
I've never watched it.
Oh, it's really good.
But yeah, I think I'd like it.
The annoying thing is like if you start it from the beginning, obviously you've got like so much to get through, and the start is quite dated. So at the time when you were watching it, because I've watched it since the start, when you were watching it at the time, it seemed really current. But if you go back now, it seems a bit like
old-fashioned.
Yeah. They keep updating it with new cast members, and there's like so much juicy stuff, like lawsuits, family drama. Oh yeah, it's good. It's really good. Yeah,
that's cool.
Rate it.
Yeah, I reckon, to be fair, most boys I've dated, if they sit and watch a reality TV show with me, they end up more invested.
Yeah, they're
like,
I don't want to watch it, and then all of a sudden they're glued to it.
Yeah, because it's normally that they don't watch lots of others, so they've all of a sudden just been like open to this world of drama.
Yeah, so true.
I think they love the drama just as much as us.
Yeah, I love watching. I don't want to be the drama, but I'll watch it. That's how I get my fix.
Well, that's why reality TVs is so good, especially for like now when we're like, you know, young adults. We don't want our own drama.
Exactly, yeah.
Not at all. We don't have time for that. But it's so nice to like be observing someone else's.
And it's nice to have some like mindless watching every now and again, especially if you get home from a long day and you're like, oh, I just want to not have to concentrate too hard.
Yeah.
And just like switch something on, and you already know the background story. It's just like familiar.
And just enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm a real advocate for it. I shouldn't say that.
It's fine.
Oh God.
That's good. As well. I mean, I'm an advocate for all the dating ones, like literally all of them.
Yeah. Married at First Sight Australia. I like.
That's a great one.
And then The Bachelor. All the Australian ones seem to be really good.
Weird, right? Yeah. I don't know why we're obsessed with Australian versions of
Yeah.
all of them.
They've just got something.
I think it's because they're like us to an extent, but then they're just a bit more open and a bit more fun.
That's true. Really, but also different and a bit more wild.
Yeah, a bit more wild.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit, because sometimes the Americans can be too wild.
Yeah, or a bit cheesy.
Yeah, too corny. Whereas the Australians have that perfect balance of just being like a bit more out there, but still down to earth and
so true.
Almost not sensible. That's the wrong word, but just
no, I know what you mean.
Not idiots.
Yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm gonna go back to dating.
Oh yeah,
what are your non-negotiables?
Good question. I've had to think about this quite hard because there are so many.
Yeah,
like obviously there are like some really basic ones, but I think the main one for me is like someone who's adventurous. Or a bit of a yes person, someone who kind of wants to try new things and like travel. I think travel's like I would love someone to travel with, and just not be someone who could like step out of their comfort zone, and just do fun. It doesn't have to be like expensive or anything. Just I don't know, exploring a new area of London or trying something they haven't tried before. Just someone who just kind of wants to be up for doing stuff.
Yeah,
I'm all about that. So adventurous would be the first one. Second one would be like same family values as me.
Yeah.
If someone said to me they didn't want to ever get married or have kids, that would be a big red flag for me. I kind of want someone who kind of has a similar views on life to me and like values family the way I do. And then last one, someone who loves food. I feel like food is a bit of a love language for me. If that could be a love language, I would say that's mine. Nice. There's like nothing better than like enjoying a good meal with someone.
Do you cook?
Yeah, okay, so I don't cook that well, but I love going out to eat.
No, I'm so on board with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if I've got time and I've heard of a recipe that someone's recommended to me and like I know it's going to be good, then I love to try it, and like I like trying stuff like that. But when I come home at the end of the day, I just want to have something that's quick and easy and healthy and yummy as well. So like not so much on the cooking side, but definitely on the consuming side.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Staying on the same vein of food, what is your meal of choice?
Oh, good question. So if this was like a death row meal, I asked someone in the office this morning because I was like, what is everyone's like death row meal? And someone said, okay, to start I'd have champagne and spliff. And I was like, oh, I can start with that. Yeah. That sounds amazing. So maybe that to start. And then if it's like a death row thing, I think you can't really beat, it sounds boring, but I do love a spag bowl. And I think I make quite a good spag bowl. Comfort food, really delicious. Or I could do like a steak, nice steak and chips.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant I think it's in Paris, called Entrecote, that does it like the special green sauce, and it's so delicious. So, like steak with like the special green sauce. I'm a bit of a chocolate fiend.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
the best people are.
Yeah, definitely want something chocolatey. So maybe like a warm chocolate brownie or something that's like stodgy and warm and like chocolatey. That would be like ideal. Yeah.
Ideal. Love.
Yeah.
So good. I put this question in like kind of to see how people would interpret it. I would do like favourite meal, kind of how you've done, like your last choice.
Doesn't have to go.
Yeah. I've had someone do meal deal. I've had someone do like the whole off menu podcast. It's so good.
Oh, yeah. There's so many different avenues you could take.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so true. So I dated someone who was a really fussy eater, and it was his birthday, and we were going out for dinner, and I chose this tapas place in London called Pix, just like various different tapas bits. You can choose what you have. You can go up and you can like choose what you want. Oh, cool. And everything's got like sticks in it.
Okay.
So awesome. I was like, he can choose what he wants. It's not like there's no pressure or anything. And then by the end of the meal, like you can see, because they charge you by how many like sticks you've had. Oh. And on my plate I had like so many sticks. And then on his plate he had like 2, and I was like, oh god, this is really embarrassing. Like I've been there like stuffing my face, really enjoying it, and he's been like just picking at it. Yeah. So definitely want someone who's on the same wavelength as me with the eating.
Yeah, trying all the things.
Yeah, or just try. Yeah, someone who would try something new, I think.
Yeah, it's a general theme.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, general theme. I love that. Yeah. Just try it once.
Just try stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Be adventurous.
Yes,
in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
This actually leads on nicely as well. Just recommended loads of places. What is the best spot in London for?
Okay, so I'm going to go for bagels.
Okay.
There's a place near me in East London called Papo's.
Oh, nice.
And they do like proper New York style bagels, again on the food theme. But I went to New York for the first time this year, and the bagels there are just incredible. And they do like every kind of bagel you can imagine. They have like the bagel seasoning, like everything bagel seasoning, which is like, it's like poppy seeds and sesame seeds and like garlicky. And then inside you have like lox cream cheese scallion stuff. So it's like smoked salmon, cream cheese, and what's that stuff called? Spring onion. And it's just really good, and they like load it in there, and it's delicious.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. I've only had the ones on Brick Lane. I thought you might say.
Oh, like, yeah, Brick Lane. Okay, so my issue with those ones is the salt beef. Love it, but sometimes it's not that easy to eat, and like you get a bit of like fatty bit, and it's kind of like you're like wrestling with the bagel, which isn't fun. But I do like them. I would probably go for like the cream cheese one over the salt beef.
That's what I do.
Just because it's easier to eat.
I literally pick the like easiest one to consume, because I'm normally drunk as well.
Yes. So true.
It's the only reason I'm there at like 2 a.m.
I find that part of the enjoyment of food is linked to how you can eat it. Like if you can easily eat it and you can get like a good mouthful in each bite,
interesting,
then it makes it like a better meal.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to kind of like, eat it with my hands.
Yeah, deconstruct it.
Yeah. Like I love chicken wings, but I also don't want to get messy. So yeah, easily edible.
Yeah, I've had the best chicken wings before, where it literally like slides off the bone.
Yeah, nice. Those
and then you can like literally use a fork just to like push it, and
perfect.
The dream.
Delicious.
Oh yeah, I love a chicken wing.
Yeah, so do I. Oh god, I sound like I'm obsessed with food. It's so bad. Yeah, no, food is life.
Best direct time.
I gave quite a few numbers to you, so
you did.
Yeah, I have no idea who's gonna say something.
Hello, podcast listeners. At running risk of sounding like I myself want to date my best mate, here are a few reasons why she's a solid 10 out of 10. Number 1, let's start with the good stuff. This girl bloody loves a good night out. Put the old school 90s R&B on and she's up on the table shaking what her mama gave her. But quite literally though, this girl has curves in all the right places. She was spotted boogieing just last weekend in the Old Queen's Head on Essex Road. Yes, she's a northern one, so if you ride through Angel and Old Street on the tube, spend your weekend strolling down Broadway Market or London Fields, she's definitely for you. Number 2, alongside loving a good boogie and night out with friends, she's equally as wholesome, laid back and chilled. She loves a good Sunday sofa sesh, putting her PJs on, watching a shitty rom-com and taking the sofa snacks one step too far. This usually involves one of her baking creations, the waffle berry pie. Yes, her baking skills are seriously legit. Number 3, there's never a dull moment with her by your side. She loves to travel and explore new places. Her parents have lived internationally ever since we met, and her brother has set up camp in NYC. So she's always on the move visiting someone somewhere. Next year, she's off to Mexico and Albania, and that's just the start. P.S. She has an American passport, which could also be useful. Number 4. This girl loves an activity. She loves being out and about and keeping fit. She's an A-star at sailing and all the skiings. She's also ran the Amsterdam Marathon, where I forget to mention she lived for a year too. Aside from her hectic life, her love for travel and a good boogie, if you're lucky enough to win her over, she really will provide you with the most laughs, plan some epic dates, and just be a 10 out of 10 partner in crime.
That was the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
I know, it's so sweet.
That's really cute. She really put some effort into that.
Yeah,
That's
she
so
did.
sweet. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's really funny. Oh, that's really sweet.
I need to know about the waffleberry pie.
Oh, waffleberry pie. Okay, so we lived together at uni. And when I was, it's always about food. So when I was younger, my mum made this like waffleberry pie creation. And you basically get like waffles from the supermarket. It's really easy. Waffles from the supermarket. And you just kind of like tear them up. You do like layers, kind of like a lasagna. But like, and then you do, I love this. Then layers of like raspberry, layers of white chocolate, and then just do like waffle, raspberry, white chocolate. And then you pour this kind of like, it's almost like custardy. It's like egg and sugar and cream, probably like whisked up. You pour that over and then put it in the oven.
Wow.
And then it's like kind of stodgy, warm, delicious, white chocolate, raspberry, beautiful.
That sounds amazing.
I haven't had it since uni actually.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I should have.
You should make it.
I
want to make it.
I should have made that for her birthday.
That would have been cute.
I'm gonna go around and make it for her.
Yeah, surprise her.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
Sweet. I love that. Also, she got in a lot of activities that you do, which I guess fits in with your adventure side. Sailing was one.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Yeah, my dad has always loved sailing, so I kind of grew up always sailing, which has been really fun. In like my summers between like the uni summers are quite long, so I got a job in Croatia where I worked on boats.
Cool.
And like sailed around, which was really nice.
That is really nice.
So yeah, I'm a fair weather sailor. I don't want to be out and about in the cold.
Only not like a
if
British
it's sunny.
sailor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've tried that. It wasn't for me.
No. I think the main message was you love a dance as well.
Oh yeah, I do love a boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like to dance. That's like a nice release.
It is, isn't it?
Feels good.
I think it's a shame we don't do that more.
I know. I feel like it's difficult because there aren't that many clubs that you can go to where you can have a good boogie that
Agreed.
aren't like
20 quid entry.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. Or like a really long queue.
Yeah. Or just like not near like Clapham.
Yeah. So me and her went to the old Queen's Head last weekend, and the queue was just like so long, and it just by the time you get to the start of the queue, you're a bit like, oh, this is annoying now. And then when you get in there, it's so busy. I sound like I'm being really negative, but I do love a night out.
Once you get in, no, I do agree.
Yeah.
Like I tried to go to the Swan the other day because that's a good boogie place. But the queue was
where?
like 45 minutes. Stockwell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that an Irish place?
Yes, Irish pub.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
It's like
I
it
don't
feels
really
like it's
know.
underground. I had the best night out in there once. Yeah. I've only ever been there once and it was so fun.
Yeah, it's so
Really,
good. All
really
the
fun.
Irish ones are great. And Waxy O'Connor's is another favourite. And Piccadilly Circus. Oh, go there like every year for my birthday.
Oh, that's so fun.
I love
tradition. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it has turned into a bit of one.
Yeah, I love that.
I drag all the work people there as well. Not they don't like it, but I love it.
Oh.
This or that time.
Okay, right.
Are you decisive?
No, I'm so indecisive. I'm a Gemini. Apparently that means you're not very decisive.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather always be cold or allergic to sunlight?
Always be cold.
Yeah.
100%.
I think I had to go. I hate being cold, and I am
Same.
cold a lot of the time.
I hate it. I really, really hate being cold, but
allergic to sun is shocking.
I couldn't live a life when I can't if you can't ever go out in the sun.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, could you just take an antihistamine and like get on with it?
Put some sun cream on.
Yeah,
you'll be
but like
fine.
hay fever, but
yeah, no, that would be. And
it sounds like allergic is like
No, and the sun gives you life. I love lying in the sun. So
me too.
Both miserable.
They
if I
are.
had to choose,
Yeah.
I want some sun on my face.
Wired or wireless headphones?
Oh, wireless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Some people like die hard wired.
Yeah.
But It's like because some people find the AirPods like fall out of your ear when you're running.
I don't know what I've heard.
I don't know what they're doing.
No,
but like, yeah, mine are fine.
Or like, do they just have really weird shaped ears? Because mine don't move.
Yeah. I'm fine with
I've
that.
never had one fall out.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that. I'm good with the wireless.
I think they just have shallow ears or something.
Yeah.
That's sad. Maybe they should make them like not
they should be more
universal
inclusive.
size.
Yeah.
Inclusive. More inclusive ears. That's so funny. Yeah, I think the pros though, not that I have those, too expensive. I have normal ones, but I think they're like squishy, so like maybe that is a bit more inclusive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember when the wireless ones first came out, I thought people looked really stupid with just like
they did.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, you're so lame.
I thought they were so lame when they first came out, and now I love mine because I just
same.
love popping them in.
There was a boy that I was dating who always used to like walk into the office with his wireless headphones or earbuds, and like be making breakfast. I'm like, take them out of your ear. Like, you don't need to have them in all the time.
Whereas now I'm that person.
Yeah, I'm that person
when
now.
I walk into shops, I just pause my podcast and I've always just got them in.
Yeah, same. You forget there.
I guess because they're not the pros, they're not noise cancelling, so I can hear like pretty much everything. Yeah. But it does seem a bit
I'm
rude.
the same. I'm the same. No, I went on a lunch recently with a client and she forgot that her earphones were in. And she sat down at the table. We were talking for a while and I was thinking like, do I tell her, do I not? And I had to say, I was like, by the way, your earphones are still in your ear. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, you don't really notice after a while.
Yeah, because you do forget. They're comfortable.
They're comfy.
Yeah.
Would you rather be able to shape shift into anything you want or be able to move anything with your mind?
Shapeshift.
Yeah, that was mine too.
Yeah, because then you can be a fly on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You could be a bird in the sky.
Yeah.
You possibilities are endless.
My first thought was if I go in the water, I can become like a dolphin, so I can actually like scuba dive without needing to scuba dive.
Yeah. You don't have to hold your breath.
Yeah, I thought that'd be so. I mean, when does that ever like? And most of my life, that's not useful. But
wait, what was the other option?
Move anything with your mind. So
that would be really nice. Actually, you don't have to do anything. That would make you quite lazy though.
It is the lazy option for sure because you just never.
Actually, no, that is so useful. Like, you want more coffee, all of a sudden your coffee's just there. If you want anything in the world, you've got it. But still, I still think the other one, shapeshifting.
I still think you might have to like concentrate though. So like, I was thinking for cleaning, you couldn't just like set the Hoover off. You'd still have to like move it constantly. So
no, because you can move anything. So you could just move it back and forth. You can move it. Oh, you'd have to be thinking about it.
Yeah, I think you'd have to like constantly be staring at the Hoover, which would be annoying.
Yeah, that's
so it's not
so
like
true.
You can get on with other stuff.
You still think you're still doing the movements in your mind.
Yeah, you may as well just actually do it at that point.
Yeah, so true.
So I feel like my example was rubbish.
Yeah,
no, I just thought about it now. I was like, actually, that's rubbish. Would you rather spend 24 hours in a graveyard or a haunted house?
Graveyard?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, because haunted house, I feel like a lot of corners, a lot of cupboards that you don't know what's in there, a lot of dark
and you could be trapped.
Rooms.
I think that's the thing.
Trapped,
like,
yes, claustrophobic. If you're claustrophobic,
as in like if something bad happened, they could just like lock all the doors and the windows, and then you'd be stuck in the house. Whereas like a graveyard, it's open space.
Yes,
at least.
Yeah, exactly. You can breathe.
Yeah, and run.
I totally agree with you. Yeah, although I'd rather not be.
It would be a bit cold though, but oh well. Big or small wedding?
Ooh, small.
Really?
Yeah. Someone told me the other day that the best weddings they've ever been to are the small ones because you get to know everybody. Like there's no one that you don't get to speak to. Everyone's really familiar. And I think big wedding would be just stressful.
Yeah.
But it depends how big or small you think that is.
What constitutes small?
Yeah, like what is a small wedding? I'd say
small is like under 50.
I could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. 50.
I guess it's because you only get 25 each.
Oh yeah, forget. Yeah, you have to think about the other person. I think you're my side. Fine. Yeah, so true.
Okay, final one. Would you rather bring back one person from the dead or be able to fix one mistake in time?
Maybe. Oh God, I don't know. Maybe bring back someone from the dead.
Yeah. I think I'd go with that one just because I think there's probably been so many mistakes in the whole universe that I'd be so worried that if I changed one thing,
your whole life would be different,
and I'd ruin loads of people's lives,
sliding
not just
doors,
maybe my own. Like I'd be changing so much.
You don't know what you're going to change just from that change. Yeah. Whereas like someone who sort of like died too soon,
Yeah.
I feel like you'd want it. But then also that would change things as well.
Yeah, it would. I just feel like it would be more localized.
I don't like the idea of having that much power.
Control, yeah. And that's why
Yeah.
the mistake would freak me out, because if I pick something like really huge, I don't know, like Hitler never becoming leader.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't even think
like,
about that. I thought I was thinking more about myself.
Oh.
No, yeah, that's really true.
But then, like, even though he did horrific stuff,
Yeah,
you just don't know what that, then maybe he would have done even worse stuff somewhere else. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know. But then also, if you choose that one, then you're saving more lives than just one.
But then
So that's a conundrum.
you actually don't know.
You don't know, yeah, you like, but also...
Then they could become leader, like, much later and, like, target, I don't know.
That's really confusing.
It's scary.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird to think that, like, maybe some bad things that have happened could have been for the good in all. No.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what I'm getting at. Is and you actually have no idea if that was like the lowest worst they could have done.
Yes, yeah, so true. Yeah. You don't know.
And that's why it would stress me out. And there's so many like options like that, and probably loads I don't even know about that are worse. And then it's like, how do you even compare them? So I think maybe I just bring back someone that someone
but then, like,
I knew
that
really
changes
missed.
the course of life for like so many people that knows that person.
Yeah.
So that's, but it's changing the future no matter which one you choose. So it's not an informed decision because I don't know what the outcome is.
I know,
so I'm going to say neither. Yeah, that's a really hard one.
Yeah.
Where did you find that question? How did you do that?
I don't know. Okay, that concludes the podcast.
Nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any final words?
Thoroughly enjoyed myself.
That's good.
If this character sounds just up your street, or potentially literally just up your street if you live in North London, contact the podcast on Instagram @SingleSounds to reach out for a date. Thanks for listening, have a great week, and I'll be back next Tuesday.